And then how meditation is creating miracles in people's lives, dear friends. I'm Chandra Pulamarasetti from Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, whose only primary goal is to impart scientific wisdom on meditation, practice of meditation, and spiritual science, the science that supports us to bring out the unlimited potential in each and every one of us. I'm a computer scientist by my original profession. I have written deep computer code, patents, good education, great career, lots of successes, and all of them, and in many ways, dear friends, I attribute to unlocking my potential through the power of meditation. I was able to find a great business acquisition outcome for my company called Cenavi Technologies to one of the finest IT companies in the world, IBM, through the power of meditation. Is nothing short of creating a miracle of getting my company get acquired to the right outcome, and then where everybody involved clearly significantly benefited. The acquiring company, myself, my founders, my employees, everybody, the clients, everybody had a significant benefit to each and every one in the process of these acquisitions, which is to me a clear miracle through meditation. We all want to succeed. We all want to experience life in many ways. We all have clear goals, paths, dreams. But there's one thing. However, while we have so much of goals and paths and dreams, and we want to be our best version in our companies, we want to do many things. But a lot of times we're not able to go forward. While we have a dream and a vision, we're not able to execute it. One of the fundamental reasons, dear friends, is that health and energy is fundamental. Health, we all agree, that is foundation. If I am calling sick regularly, if I'm dragging myself to the meetings by the end of the day, every day, I'm not well, but I have to go to that work, or I have to go and then cook that day. I have to go and attend to this service, but I'm not well. And it's not possible if I don't go. How painful it is. If there's no health, we all know it. If there's no health, there is no other thing in our life. When Corona came, everybody left everything. The only thing that they knew was to go back to your houses and rooms and then be in that survival. Wasn't it? How fearful it was for a normal mind to think that, okay, Corona is going to be actually impacting me significantly. We move away from a creative mode into a survival mode. And then the unfortunate part is, whether Corona or not, most of the time we are in the survival mode. Most of the time we are down with either people around us telling us to not do this, telling us to only do that, or the companies we feel are not appropriately taking care of us, or the family members, relatives are very mean, or the community is not all supporting me. Most of the time we feel something is missing in me. I do not have this, I do not have that. I have a poor background, I have this limited knowledge, I cannot express well, I can't speak well. Most of the time, we have a huge inner dialogue, inner mind chatter. Quantum physics is saying that what you have inside is what you create outside. Our observation collapse the possibility. Our body, with its trillions of cell operations, billions of cells in the body, are clearly taking instructions based on what our thoughts are. The way we think and feel is what we are sending a signal to the body, because now epigenetics is proving it, including quantum physics, is corroborate that everything is energy out there, and then there is this emptiness out there, and then emptiness has information which is influenced by thought. And our cells in their cell boundary, cell membranes have the receptor sites. And so whatever that emptiness information that is influenced to the thought is coming in and then taken as a signal, and then cell is responding to it. And as a result, if I feel I'm not good, if I feel I have this huge pain, if I feel that people are exploiting me, then we are sending people are exploiting me, that's why I'm like this. With all this negativity, all that worrisome stuff, we are sending a different signal to the body. If I feel that old age is catching up on me, whatever we think is what we are sending as a signal, and as a result, we are actually taking on a lot of diseases into the body. 95% of the time, we have redundant, unwanted thoughts in our mind. Thoughts that do not support our life, thoughts that contract our life, thoughts that create troubles in our life. 95% of the time, that's what we have. In that, 80% are purely negative, purely worrisome, fearful, anxious. This is a stat. They have done research around thousands of people. So 95% redundant. Hey, the traffic is not good today. Oh, today is raining. It's not going to be a good day. We just think about it. We just say something, and then it actually, so 95% we are redundant, and then 80% are negative, fearful, worrisome. And when we have these fearful, worrisome thoughts constantly, then it is called taking the body into a stress mode. That's called stress. When we have fearful, worrisome, anxious thoughts, the fear and the worry and the griefful thoughts. If somebody left the body, if someone is you lost someone close, we keep we keep grieving about that person for months and months. We had a business loss, we keep thinking about it again, feel sad about it. We keep by talking to people again and again. When we had an altercation in our company with our managers, with the company, with HR, whatever that is, we keep reliving it. We're talking about it again and again. So 95% of the time, we listen to some news on COVID, and then someone has gotten very seriously condition, then we start going fearful. We keep thinking anything about COVID and everything. And then we keep on building more and more around that COVID thought. How did this person cope up? How did those people lose lives? What happened to that close friend's friend? All these things we keep thinking, and then keep rebuilding on it. We're increasing that fear. What's the point? The point, dear friends, is that when we are thinking again and again, and then more and more these negative thoughts, fearful thoughts, worrisome thoughts, it is moving a body into something called a stressful mode, a fight or flight mode. It is moving a body into a fight or flight mode. The fight or flight mode is a beautiful mode into the body, which is required to protect a physical body whenever there is an emergency. For example, if you're walking, a dog comes and chases you, you need a lot of energy in your legs, and you need a lot of energy in your hands, so that either you can fight or you can run away. Fight or flight mode. It is an emergency mode for body to protect itself when there is a physical danger. So the fight or flight mode is a time where the body is pumping maximum energy into the legs and hands. And then in order to get that extra energy into the legs and hands, it is actually going and then reducing that energy in other parts of the body. It is reducing its functioning in other parts of the body. Do you care about whether how digestive system should work when you're in emergency mode? When there is a dog chasing at you, it's a threat to your life, to your body. Do you care if your digestive system is functioning well at that point? You care least. Do you care if your thyroid system is working well? You care least. Do you care if your cognitive decision making learning ability works well at that time? You care least. So that's exactly what body does. When it is an emergency mode, it senses the danger and then immediately is able to, then what it's saying is moving all the energy, putting all its focus on only two, three things. Increasing your energy in the legs and hands, and then your eyesight, and everything else is shut down. It reduces the blood supply to the rest of the areas. And as a result, dear friends, those systems do not work very well, but we got energy into the legs and hands. In an emergency mode, it's great. But what do we do when we are in a situation like emergency mode where the dog is chasing? Maybe 2, 3 minutes later, the dog stops in some way or the other. The situation is diffused. Our body comes back to normal. That emergency mode, it comes out of the emergency mode into a normal mode. During the emergency mode, when in order to support a lot of energy into the legs and hands, in order to support heightened awareness, because you got to be really, really heightenedly aware and be ready to fight or run away. So it is dumping more than 1,200 chemicals into the body, including something called cortisol, which keeps us totally, totally awake and aware, totally alert all the time. And it is all these chemicals are not letting rest of the body functions work well because that's required, that's intended. Our digestive system is not working, our decision making is not working. None of those are not required because the only thing required is run or fight. That's it, nothing else. You need brute force physical power. But dear friends, while in a normal emergency condition is okay, but when we continue to grieve, when we continue to hold on to negative thought, when you continue to hold on to worrisome things, depressions, anxieties, and all of them, when we are holding on to them again and again, then also we are moving the physical body into we are moving the physical body into an emergency mode. It need not be that physical danger of a dog chasing, but instead it can be simply your boss, simply your father-in-law, mother-in-law, this daughter-in-law, whatever that is. It can simply be that neighbor who is always irritating you. The moment we see them, immediately we bring all the old thoughts and memories back, and then our adrenal raises. We go into an emergency mode. We pump a lot of all these chemicals into the bloodstream, and then body is going into that fight or flight mode. It's shutting down a lot of systems. Now guess what? If 80% of the time we are in this negative mode, and 80% of the time we are continuing to keep our body in a stress mode, an emergency mode, will that work? It is not designed to be working in an emergency mode all the time, because it is in that state where none of the body systems are working. Digestive system is not working, reproduction system is not working, thyroid is not working, cognitive system is not working. So guess what happens? When we are in this stressful, negative, worrisome, thoughtful mode all the time, we have moved the body into emergency. So the only thing the body knows is to be always stay very alert, very active in the mind. But none of the body functions are working at the cost of it. So we because the cognitive is not working, we tend to make poor decisions. We're not in our mind. We make more mistakes. We make silly decisions. We lose temper. Our digestion system doesn't work. So we have heartburns, indigestion, right? All things that are related to digestion, right? Constipation, ulcers, everything. Then slowly, slowly they build up because the digestion system doesn't work for a prolonged period of time. Stress is something where you're causing your body to be in emergency mode for a continuous period of time. In the time of history right now, when we have an argument with a manager yesterday or 10 days ago, we continue to brood over it every day. In the cafeteria, we're talking about it to your friends. When you come home, you're talking about it on the dining table to your family, right? You're making the phone call and you're talking to your childhood friend somewhere far away and saying, hey, look how mean this person is. We keep on talking about this, and then we are reliving the experience. When we relive a negative experience with a lot of emotion, we are driving our body into an emergency mode. And as a result, our health takes a significant toll. That's why many doctors are saying 90% of our body diseases, illnesses are due to stress, due to lifestyle disorders. But now, what is the solution? Meditation, dear friends. Meditation is about emptying the mind. Meditation is about staying away, disengage from any situations that are happening in your life. Things happen. We might get into an accident. Somebody may be, while we're driving, somebody may be cutting onto our lane, just like that. We get irritated, we shout, we just talk about it, we just make so much judgment. Things happen. People are not necessarily being what we think are nice to us, whatever reason they may be, but things are happening to us. But then with meditation, we are able to stay away from all this negative, anxious, worrisome, fearful thought. Meditation helps us to empty our mind when we do rightfully. It empties the mind of the thousands of thought, and as a result, it is helping us stay away from it. And as a result, dear friends, when we stay away from all this negative chatter, inner chatter, and in return, instead, we start developing a lot of interest towards learning, life supporting, life expanding wisdom and knowledge, then our body is moving into a great homeostasis, and we are allowing the body to function most naturally. And so our body immunity gains, body health gains. We have many participants showing tremendous amount of healing capabilities. They heal in meditation where they regularly practice meditation, a very simple breath mindfulness meditation technique that we're going to practice now. With a simple breath mindfulness meditation where we're simply observing our normal natural breath for a few minutes every day, people are healing all kinds of diseases. They've forgotten what their migraines of the past are. They are stopping medication for the insulin that they've been taking for 40 years. They don't feel the pain anymore in their legs because of arthritis. The back pains are gone, or the thing of the past. Whatever that is, but then people are healing themselves in many ways. Some people are solving fits. Fits comes, you dread, you don't go anywhere. No matter what that is, from the asthma, everything, dear friends. Meditation fundamentally is helping us heal our body significantly. As our thinking changes, as our thought process changes, as we stop instructing our body cells with that negative thought, worrisome thought, fearful thought of creating more hell in our life, we stop doing that. Instead, we start thinking more positive, and as a result, we instruct our cell membranes that you want to expand your life. And so, as a result, the cells are constructing and upregulating the genes to create new protein to create and then heal the body in many ways. I want us to listen to a few health experiences that people who have been practicing meditation just for a few days. The days could be anywhere between 3 weeks to a few years that they go on. But even with 3 weeks of experiences, many people have told us that for the first time in 6 months, in 2 years, in 3 years, they're having a good night's sleep. Insomnia vanishes like that. Many people have said they feel that body is fully supporting them, and the problems, the pains they had, or whatever that is, they no longer have is experience of health where people have gained significantly. Meditation is healing by default most of the conditions.
I had severe spondylitis and sinus. Both simultaneously came to me. Then I went to many doctors. I had lots of medicines, injections, physiotherapies, everything I did, but nothing happened. I had many sleepless nights. I used to cry a lot. Then I joined morning sessions and evening sessions, and something miracle happened. I realized that there was no pain, no body pain, no spondylitis pain. I was able to do my work with full energy.
I had suffered severely from migraine, and neurosurgeons prescribed tablets. I gave up all of them. I went through a meditation process. Today, I can't imagine I even suffered migraine once upon a time. Same thing happened with my cartilage tear. I sat down to meditate. I said, and bend my knee. In spite of this, only meditation helped me.
I suffer from sciatica. Sciatica is a very gross pain. I was living with it to an extent that I was having very bad sleep. From the time I've started meditation, that in the beginning, immediately I saw that the pain doesn't exist anymore. I sleep so well and so sound. I suffer from rhinitis. That is gone.
Before this meditation course, I was taking 2 pills of blood pressure every day. After joining this session, I totally not taking any pills since then, and I am feeling normal.
Introduced me to the meditation and my life transformed. I started breathing very easily. Within the 2 weeks, I stopped all the steroids. 40 to 45 days, I was out of everything. I became so energetic. After meditation, it was a new birth for me. Reverse aging started for me. I started learning new things. Age was just a number for me. As Chandra sir was saying in the manifestation, imagine you're in the new body. I'm just enjoying my life.
Without any medicine and without any doctor, the illness has to cure completely. So that is my childhood vision. I was trained under Brahmarshi Patriji. In future, definitely we are going to have medical colleges only with the spiritual tablets.
Wonderful. So, dear friends, meditation, first thing that meditation is helping is to create miracles of health, where doctors have said that it is not possible, where many people around us have said that it is not possible. But the simple practice of meditation are helping one individually heal themselves completely. Even I had an ear, nose, throat condition. I had seen several doctors in the entire west coast of the United States in Bangalore. And the only thing that I got an answer is that you'll have to continue to use medication throughout. And this particular condition, while it's not life threatening, was discouraging me to travel, air travel. I'm a business leader, I'm an IT leader. So you needed to travel globally. And it was discouraging me to do. So it means that it is curtailing my career. But with meditation, without even my realization, in 4 months, that condition disappeared. Now I'm free. I was able to travel just like what it was, very normally, and then without any botheration about it. Meditation is creating miracles of health. Meditation is creating miracles of mental health. People are increasing their concentration. There are 7 memory powers meditation helps to increase. 7 memory powers just with regular practice of meditation. There is something called neural networks. The neural networks are helping us learn new things and encouraging us to learn new and apply the new. Our mind, otherwise, over a period of time with rigid beliefs, becomes very rigid, called neurorigidity. Meditation moves our mind in from a neurorigidity to neuroplasticity. So, where earlier, before meditation, we are not ready to accept new ideas. We're always trying to take a safe haven into a comfort zone. And as a result, we tend to miss an opportunity or not willing to try anything new and stay on to the old. But now, meditation, as it moves our neural circuits in the brain into neural plasticity, that means it's all ready to rewire itself. Then with that, people increase several powers: your creative power, your thought power, your concentration power, your learning power, your reading power, many more things, dear friends. And as a result, we gain the brain of Einstein. Everybody has the same. It's the same neural networks. Nobody's got new. Nobody is special. But meditation is helping us unlock that infinite power of our mind. It helps us to increase whatever we do significantly to and exponentially. It increases that capability of that power of it. And as a result, we start taking new initiatives. And then whatever we take up, we become very successful. We become genius minded. Our life will transform from where we were earlier. We are always hesitant, always wanting to play a safe haven, always saying no to things. Now we become yes. Yes, I can take up. Yes, I can start this business. Even though I'm a woman or I'm a man with a poor background, we start dreaming big. Meditation helps us to increase our intelligent quotient significantly. If EQ, if IQ helps us get hired or get into a new job, new position, EQ is the thing that's going to help us actually get promoted, go up in the ladder. EQ, emotional quotient. Meditation is helping us naturally naturally become so self aware about ourselves that we no longer burst out, we no longer express emotions in a way that's going to hurt others or hurt ourselves. And so, dear friends, meditation is making us great, helping us build great relationships. We become natural team players and we automatically start looking for our happiness by finding happiness through others. And then, so a lot of things that come together, emotional quotient increases significantly. So many people in our programs, we do 6-week programs. Buddha's Quantum Foundation is to impart this scientific wisdom. The whole emotional intelligence is can be termed in 5 areas: self-awareness, self-expression, inspiration, empathy, and engagement are social skill. 5 areas. Scientifically, we understand when we teach how meditation helps one to be naturally building a better relationship with a person. It can be a wife, it can be spouse, it can be parents, it can be your colleagues in office, and it can be long-term friends where we broke off or whatever that is. But we understand through all these 5 areas of self-awareness, self-expression. Self-expression is a way you reclaim what is yours. One of the reasons why people become very happy through meditation is because they gain that courage to start expressing what is important to us rather than just accepting life situation as it is. Imagine you're in a family, a large family. There's always somebody overpowering, always saying, hey, do this way. And then we keep on resigning ourselves and then continue to do that way even though we don't like it. But meditation gives us the strength and courage to actually express it in a positive way. We understand some of these aspects scientifically, why and what happens in brain for us to be able to do these, friends. We are at the time of history when we learn more, when we learn more things scientifically, understand it, we want to implement more. So we are all about trying to bring up scientifically how meditation helps to increase our physical vitality, how it helps to increase our intelligence memory quotient, how it helps to increase our emotional quotient, and many more things, and then see how people are able to heal, people are able to solve things, people are able to gain several business solutions. There is a meditator who is struggling with the real estate challenges. Real estate, they are working on the deals, they never got solved. They've been working on and on for a long time. But then, just with the practice of few months of meditation, where they actually applied the principles of creation, manifestation, what we call today, during the COVID time of all, they're able to strike deal. They're able to create those business engagement partnerships and strike deal with a bigger builder, and then all the real estate things are solved. So happy, so happy. People landed beautiful jobs during COVID time. When they're meditating, they set on a clear target and they're able to land new jobs. It's creating miracles for them. They never thought that actually they'll hold on to a job. Instead, they got a new job with then 50% hike, 80% hike. Some of them have, we got so many stories. And manifestation, we'll listen to this, people creating miracles. But before that, let's go into this practice a little bit. What is this meditation? What do you do for this meditation? It's very simple. This technique originated from Gautama Buddha, Gautama Siddhartha. It's called Anapanasati, a breath mindfulness meditation. I have inspected several techniques. Now, every technique may have its own benefit, but I found this to be the most simplest. This is originated from Gautama Buddha, then highly popularized by my grand teacher, Brahmashi Patriji, founder of Pyramid Valley International, a beautiful international meditation center by Bangalore, where we teach free meditation. So, this technique of observing our normal natural breath, what do you do for meditation? Very simple. We want to empty our mind. Our mind is full of 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day. We want to empty the mind. When we empty the mind, we automatically lowering all that negative chatter. 80% is negative of this 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day. 80% is negative. When we empty the mind, slowly the negative chatter is going away. When the negative chatter goes away, automatically we have lots of energy, and then we become into the present moment, lots of energy, and then also what we are putting out there is this, applying that energy into the present moment. We become very mindful. We start enjoying whatever we do. This, when your mind becomes empty, it's like in a teacup getting empty. When you can pour more tea in, when the mind is empty, you can take more. Meditation helps us neural networks. It increases the capacity to learn. So when we empty our mind, we start learning something new, and we're going to apply what is important, and then what's not important, we're going to discard. And as a result, we start growing our life in many, many ways. So emptying the mind is the key. So for that, simple. What we do is to three things with the body. Sit down comfortably where you are. Eyes closed, specs removed. Close your eyes, remove the specs. Fingers into fingers, like this, right? I'm just putting like this. And then place the hands comfortably in your lap. Wherever you're sitting on the chair, just fine, no restriction. You can sit on the chair or sit on the floor. Cross-legged when you're sitting on the floor. You can take back support in chair or on the floor. Take back support. So make yourself comfortable. Comfort of the body is most important. People say, I can't sit for long. That's why we're saying sit in the chair. And cross your legs at your ankles. Cross your feet at your ankle, right? Just the foot get crossed each other at the ankle, just cross them. Leg over leg. That's all. Simple. Leg over leg. Left over right, right over left, doesn't matter. Same way here, just put them together like this. Doesn't matter which order in the direction, right? You cross your fingers, place your hands comfortably in your lap, cross your feet at ankle, sit comfortably in the chair or on the floor. Let's sit comfortably. Spine need not be erect, right? And take back support, you need back support. It's not trying to show that I can sit in Padmasana. All the Siddhasana, Padmasana are not necessary for a beginners of meditation. We can just sit down in the way we're comfortable, but legs crossed, fingers crossed, eyes closed. Three things are required. Remove the specs, they're not necessary. So with your eyes closed, then we are stilling the body. In order to empty the mind or still the mind, first we have to get the body in comfort. If the body is comfortable, then it allows you to not, it won't distract you. When it doesn't distract you and cause the more thought, then you can start working on how to empty the mind, right? So how do you empty the mind? At that point, after the body is still, then we are observing our normal, natural in breath and the out breath. We are breathing. We breathe average 15 to 18 times a minute. Breathe in, breathe out, right? Our goal in meditation is to observe your natural breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation of the breath. Just observe, we all have a rhythm of our breath, our own breath, natural breath. Right now you're breathing while you're listening to me. So there is something that is there, which you don't know. But when we close our eyes and put our attention onto the breath, we start observing the flow of our breath. Some may do fast, some may do slow. Don't manipulate the breath, don't force it. Just see whatever is your natural breath. So I'm sitting here and then I'm closing my eyes and I'm observing right now the breath that is going in and coming out. Right? I'm observing it. You're going to put on awareness. It's called awareness. You can put your awareness without seeing, without sensing, without touching, feeling. You can observe, right? You can observe that yes, there is breath going in, breath coming out, right? That's called awareness. We all have this awareness and observation. That power of observation is coming out of the mind. It's not in the body, right? Somewhere it's coming out from somewhere. It's there, right? That's also called, by the way, consciousness. And we understand this when we go through a program, meditation program for 6 weeks. We go through every aspect of it very, very scientifically. But here, when we observe our breath with our eyes closed, now where do you observe? You take any point in the nose, here, 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 or at the center, the middle of these eyebrows, preferably here, right here. This is where breath ultimately culminates and ends here. So you take this point, and then in your observation, you see that breath is going in and coming out at that point. Breath is going in and coming out. If you're sensitive, you'll recognize that the cold air is going in and warm air is coming out. So I want us to practice this meditation for a few minutes, dear friends. I will play music and I will guide. Your job during this time is to observe your breath and see that as you are observing the breath, slowly your breath becomes shorter and lighter. You may notice, may not notice. But when you observe the breath slowly, what happens is your mind becoming empty slowly. Or those thousands of thoughts slowly start coming down. Mind becomes empty, right? Observe the breath, the mind becomes empty. In between, we might get distracted and go on to the thought. When you recognize your thinking, bring yourself back to the breath again. So the job at hand for the next 10 minutes is to be observing your breath. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. And as you observe the breath, you may find any kind of sensation in the body, heaviness, lightness, any kind of movements, whatever that may come, just experience it. Be a witness. Don't interpret what's happening. Everything in meditation is fundamentally absolutely safe. So be a witness and then just go through it. Whatever that may be happening in your body, just observe it. While you're observing the breath, slowly, 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 your mind is getting empty. As the mind gets empty, there'll be a point where you will forget yourself that you're observing the breath. Or breath also becomes so light that you won't feel it anymore. That's the time you've completely become empty. You've completely become empty. When you become totally empty, then there's something beautiful happens. We become one with this whole emptiness that out there. Quantum physics says that we are 99.99% empty, and that emptiness contains energy. So when we totally become empty, then we are becoming energy, we're becoming empty. We experience it in many ways. That's why I'm saying, whatever you experience, just witness it and then tell me after you finish the meditation how you felt by writing in the chat. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. We're going into powerful breath mindfulness meditation. We're going into powerful group meditation with your eyes closed, with your fingers into fingers, with your legs crossed at your ankle. Observe. Your normal, natural in breath and the out breath, dear friends. You are practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Meditation is above all religions, is beyond religion, is beyond community, beyond caste. Anybody and everybody can practice this meditation without interfering into any of your own other practices. Meditation is pure science. Be with your breath, with your eyes closed, specs removed, with your fingers into fingers. Be as comfortable as possible in your body, in your posture, and observe that normal, natural in breath and the out breath. Dear friends, observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. Take any point in your nose, preferably at the middle of the eyebrows, and observe. Breath is going in and breath is coming out. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. Of the thousands of thoughts, when the mind is empty, we channelize all that energy into the generous present moment. Be with your breath. Observe your in breath and the out breath, dear friends. We are going into powerful breath mindfulness meditation. This simple meditation heals our body, increases our memory, brings a lot of balance to our emotions, helps expand and sharpens our intellect. Be with your breath. It is natural to have thoughts in our mind. When you recognize your thinking, gently go back to observing your normal, natural in breath and the out breath, dear friends. Do not open your eyes. With the eyes closed, observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath, and allow yourself to slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath, and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty. And as your mind is empty, allow yourself to channelize all your energy into the generous present moment. And when the mind is empty, we allow our body to function at its natural best. We increase or we develop greater immunity in the body. Be with your breath for another 5 minutes. Allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind as you observe your breath. And as your mind is empty, can you feel any sensations in your body? Become aware of the emptiness inside of you, all around you, as you're becoming one with your breath. When we empty our mind of all thought, we withdraw our attention of all the matter, and we experience greater emptiness all around. We become no body, we become no thing, in no place and no time. Feel it. Allow yourself to experience that emptiness of no body, no thing, no time, and no place. That's energy. That's the unlimited quantum energy field with abundance of opportunities and possibilities. The longer we stay in this unlimited field of emptiness, the more we receive from it, the more possibilities we create in our life. Final 1 minute. Be with your breath. And stay aware of that emptiness inside you, all around you. Slowly, friends, before you bring your awareness back to your body, express gratitude to everything and everybody. Gratitude is a high state of receivership. It's an emotion of highest energy, always finding and drawing the similar experiences into our life. Express gratitude to your parents, to your teachers and mentors, to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your colleagues, relatives, to this nature, to the animals, the bird and the fish, to everything that you use, to everywhere you go, to your companies, governments, to yourself, to this intelligent universe, for allowing us to live a magnificent life, allowing us to have so many beautiful experiences of life. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds to circulate the energy back into your body, and then you can open your eyes. All right, friends, that's short breath mindfulness meditation that we practiced for about 15 minutes in our workshop, which we are doing starting tomorrow, a 40-day program. It's a 6-week program. The science says that when you practice this meditation for 6 weeks, then we're making it a habit. We are normally go back into our old self when we learn something, a simple one session. When we learn something, we're excited, inspired, but then if you don't practice it enough, based on the way the brain is learning, if you don't practice it enough, that does not stick and then it goes away. So we are doing a 6-week program, anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks. When you start practicing this meditation regularly, that's the way you learn a skill like driving or cooking. You do it again and again, then it sticks well that you don't even have to think about it, you know it automatically. Same thing happens when we meditate for a few weeks regularly, then we actually make it a practice. We make it a habit. And what is habit is what is projected into our future. And so we create a great future. So many, many people, dear friends, hundreds and hundreds of people are joining me in this 6-week program. And we're starting our next program is starting from tomorrow. Every day in the morning, 6 to 7:30. Join us. And the larger the group, with the more energy that we create and circulate. Everything is pure science. During the 6-week program, we understand through quantum physics, through neuroscience, through epigenetics, through biomedical sciences, and psychology, various aspects of it, we understand how meditation is helping us create miracles in life. We're going to listen into several business leaders how they transform their life into meditation. We're going to listen to several professionals and then homemakers and then senior citizens and how they are seeing a new lease of life to them through meditation. We're going to learn every bit of it every day, some science, some experiences, and then of course we're going to practice significant amount of meditation. We're going to rewire our brain circuits. We're going to expand our neural networks and rewire our brain circuits and reprogram our subconscious mind significantly, which is driving and powering us our everyday. 90% of the experience that we have in our everyday are driven by subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind has those programs, are those beliefs, attitudes, behaviors. And through meditation, we're going to reprogram all of that in 6 weeks. We're going to break yourself to be your old self, and then you become a new you. And we have sufficient proof to demonstrate that it happens each and every time when somebody goes through the 6-week program. So recognize it, explore for yourself. It's a science to explore. Everyone who is scientific but want to explore it. So try it out and explore for yourself. The program can be registered from buddhaceo.org website. Buddha CEO, single word, www.buddhaceo.org. Go to the website. There's a program called Ganga. You can join that and then register and benefit from it. That's a 6-week program. There's a program called Atlas. If you are a youth and you are looking to be along with several graduating students or youth, again, hundreds to thousands of them will be there. And then the graduating students are youth, and then you can join that program. Register for that program called Atlas. Both programs are free. You can free to join and then explore. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. on in this program. Along with me, hundreds of senior meditators, newcomers, many, many people, senior leaders, organizational leaders, non-governmental office leaders, many people are also joining. So join us. And then these people are joining from worldwide, across at least 20, 30 countries. So join us to be part of this and then see for yourself a change that you may want to bring into your life through this program. Thank you all and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of Sunday and a great week ahead. Thank you.